gave him to the crack staff.
Okay.
You breaking balls about my organization skills?
No, I wanted to see what it is you wanted to talk about.
I want to talk about what you want to talk about. It's your show. I'm just an employee, an unpaid employee.
And I'm an unplayed, what am I? A non-income generating employer.
Yeah. Now you're a non-for-profit. You're a non-for-profit
ain't
nigga.
kidding.
That's what you are.
I've been that my whole life. I ain't never made a profit. No, but what I mean.
The Napsolute Truth
Right.
Enters into. Is this a new season? Do we do seasons, or do we just show up and talk shit?
I think I notice a lot of shows do this. They say episode whatever it is, and then we never did that. We never counted from episode. We should have done that.
Should we have done that? What are we at now, Ro?
Episode who knows? Could we? And you know what though? I guess when we started this, when I started, I didn't. And this is just me. Like I don't document a lot of things. You know what I mean? Like I don't chronicle a lot of things. Like this is episode 1 of the first. Which now I think about it, maybe just for documentary's sake, we should have done. So this is the first episode
of us counting.
Yeah. Right. This is
of us paying attention.
Right. This is episode 1
of us being professionals.
Right.
Professional podcasters. We were amateur podcasters, and now we're professional podcasters.
Yeah.
Why didn't you? Why you see now my hands is.
Well, you got
I look
lotion
all
on
ashy. Why didn't you tell me to put some lotion on my hands? That's
I
a light-skinned thing.
I thought that ash was lotion. I didn't know it wasn't lotion.
That's that light-skinned thing. Ladies and gentlemen, you see what I have to deal with?
Do we have any lotion?
I don't think
or
so.
Oil? Do you ever put olive oil on?
I love oil.
Yeah,
yes.
man, that's
yes,
even
some
better.
People don't like that,
Really?
but I really like oil-based, lotions. That's what really.
Yeah. Well, get you some olive oil or something.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, I'll just walk off on get some olive oil. Maybe the crack staff has. Look at the crack staff, and of course, it is black folks Vaseline with cocoa butter.
We're not doing any commercials for them. What you doing?
Uh-oh.
That's a lot.
I use too much. But now you get to observe, ladies and gentlemen, what we do. What do we do? This is what we do.
Yeah.
We share.
Okay.
Yay, the ashy goes away.
That smells pretty decent.
Yay, the ashy goes away. Man, this goes a long way, man.
I'm not kidding, man. Yikes.
Thank you.
We got a monitor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, now this is highfalutin, Ro. Thank you.
Yeah.
Look at us. We are really expanding, ladies and gentlemen. We are really expanding because we want to bring you the best, up to the minute analysis of the shenanigans we see out here in these Chi-Town and national streets.
Yeah. So as we will on episode 1.
Of episode 1 of keeping
episode 1
count
of the
episodes.
of the 50th. I really wonder how many episodes we've done now.
We'll find out by the end of the show.
Yeah, we'll count. We can count, and then we'll start doing that. Yeah. Well, I know one thing that the war has started back up. Yeah, Trump has restarted the war.
Did it ever stop though?
No, not really. No. Because he started it, of course, because he's dumb and stupid and ignorant and over his head. So, but then he thought he could stop it. See, that's where he effed up. Because now the Iranians have control. Like, we'll stop the war when we're ready to stop the war. And I believe now that what they're going to do is they're going to keep that war going until the elections to get him up out of there. He's painted himself into a stupid corner again, because now the Iranians also think, well, you know what? Now we can make money because we can now charge a toll for ships sailing through the Strait of Hormuz, where they weren't even doing that before. Everybody was sailing through for free. Now they charge a toll. Nobody ever goes back from making money. Like, you remember years ago, the Chicago tollway. When they first started that was supposed to have been a temporary thing. We're just going to raise these monies for roads, and then once we do, then we're not going to charge money anymore. That never happens. That never happens. That tollway started and is gone to this very day, and now it's like, what? What are you doing? You being all quiet?
No, I'm paying attention to what you said.
I say, wait a minute. That's
What, a nigga can't pay attention? Like, what?
I was like, that's too much listening. I'm not used to all that listening.
He looked at me like I had a stroke.
First I thought she was listening. Then I thought, wait, is Tammy all right? I was like, wait a minute.
What?
My girl ain't never paid that much attention in her whole life. I think we're going to
There's something wrong with you, and there's something wrong with me for fucking with you.
I think we're going to call her ambulance or something. Call us ambulance.
No, I was thinking about what you were saying, and I was
can you get over here? Huh? No, I don't know. Tammy's paying too much attention. I think she done had a stroke.
I was thinking about what you were saying, and I was weighing it against what I was going to say next.
Okay.
You said something very interesting, which is the Iranians are being strategic, and perhaps they might drag this thing out until the elections when we get him out of there, right?
And if not get him out of there, at least handcuff him, because they'll tilt things so that more Democrats or progressives get in to put him in check.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to explore. Like, what do we really think? Are we going to give a litmus test to the Democrats? Are we going to demand that they, impeach him, get him out of office, that they impeach the Supreme Court, who, as of right now, I don't care what they say on CNN and MSNBC, but the rule of law has been suspended. Yes. There is no democracy right now. Everybody's kind of playing free and loose with how things are, but right now we are not in a democracy.
No,
because if something happens to you that is wrong, and you go to court and the court says that's wrong, and they appeal to the right judge, then all of a sudden that's right. And if you go to the Supreme Court, even though it's wrong and completely counter to the Constitution, that's right. And so to me, that means there's no rule of law.
Well, right, we're living in a fascist state.
And these Democrats are on some bullshit.
Well, but right now, also, I won't disagree with that, but they don't really have the power. They don't have the numbers, right? They can't vote anything in or out because they don't have the numbers.
Yeah, and I used to think the same thing, but even if they do have the numbers, do they have the presence of mind to do the right thing? Or are they going to just, are we going to have our own January 6th? As Democrats. Because nobody asked you to do Charlie Kirk Day. What do you mean you voted for Charlie Kirk Day, Jeffries? What do you mean you voted for Charlie Kirk Day? These are supposed to be our Democratic leaders. Oh, well, we were afraid of unrest. There's unrest right now. When have we rested as black people? When have we ever rested?
Who is resting is Charlie Kirk. So
happy Juneteenth, Charlie. Happy Juneteenth, baby.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree. But then, and because of cats like Hakeem Jeffries, hence the rise of democratic socialism.
That is right.
Right?
But they mad because
Yeah,
Mamdani
good.
been in office for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
He done gave free child care.
Yeah.
He done, pop all the potholes.
Right.
He done gave
Free
folks
public
$30 an hour.
transportation.
Go outside and shovel the street. I'll pay you $30 an hour.
I know.
Every street shovel. This woman said,
I got my shovel. I was about to walk
about
to New
to go
York,
to New York?
with my shovel. $30 an hour.
$30 an hour
Yeah,
to
man.
just take care of your neighborhood and your neighbor.
Like you said, he's been in office 30 minutes and done 4 years work, got 4 years worth of
That
accomplishments.
Democrats have been telling people that couldn't be done.
Right.
So no, you just
Right,
you don't do it.
They couldn't exactly. They would campaign on doing it, then get in office and say, well, we will get to it or it can't be done. Right. And these democratic socialists are not playing, which I'm for democratic socialism. I don't give a F because
as long as it's an ism.
As long as, except the capitalism as it stands right now is unsustainable.
But capitalism is very interesting. One of the things that's interesting about capitalism is that it's a bucket with a hole in it.
Do tell.
Well, not that I'm an economist.
Yeah.
Economicist.
Yeah.
I made up that word.
Yeah.
Economicist.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But after you make the product, the product costs you $2.
Okay. Or let's say 20 cents.
Okay.
To manufacture. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, to
Okay.
manufacture.
Like, let's say the phones they put together in China or Vietnam, whatever. Okay.
Yes, exactly, right? So whatever, whether it's 20 cents or whether it's $2.
Gotcha.
So my presence of mind is $2,
$2,
right? When you think
gotcha.
about a CD.
Okay,
a CD
$2.
costs $2 to manufacture.
Wow.
But it costs thousands of dollars to make the music, right? So how do we monetize that? So we monetize that as $20, right? And then people pick off that $20. So what if it's like I'm arbitrarily saying, well, now this CD is going to be $60.
Right.
And that's what the capitalism that we live under right now. It's like you as the CEO are making 700 times what the general worker is making. And so it's unsustainable. And even though you're having these record profits, it's still not enough, and you're raising prices and you're lowering wages.
Right.
So I wouldn't call this capitalism. I'd call this let them eat cakeism. I mean, we're hearkening back to a completely another time,
right.
when the working people were just chattel.
Right. Well, until the working people get so fed up that they rise up, and then all the let them eat cakes either are going like they're doing, building bunkers, or at some point it's going to be like the French Revolution, and the people are just going to take to the streets. Now I'm coming to your crib.
Well, it's interesting because that's what the French do. It seems like every 3 years they burn this shit down. Like, what you mean we not gonna have 8 weeks of vacation? I'm like, damn, they set and sit on fire for vacation?
Right.
And I'm like, we can't even get an off day to take our baby to the doctor. I mean, it's such a completely different way of understanding the world and what we're owed as human beings, operating in this space.
Yeah. Well, and again, hence the rise of AOC, of Mamdani, the woman in Colorado who was a Democratic socialist who just won, who beat a woman who's been in office 30 years, who considered herself progressive.
Yeah, but 30 years doing nothing. How is my life better?
Right. The woman that beat her, I forget her name. She's of Ethiopian-descent. She's 29 years old. The woman she beat has been in office longer than this woman's been alive. She's a lawyer. She got her up out of there. I've got to fit her name. But anyway, yeah.
But I mean, the whole point is, how is my life better? I don't know if I am full tilt, proponent of democratic socialism, but I am a proponent of getting things done and using the power that you have to do it. And if anybody has been an example of that, is Mr. Trumpster. Mr. Trumpster is like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. You tell me, you show me I can't do it. And by the time that you show me I can't do it, I've been doing it for a year.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't got all the money I need out of it. I didn't got all the access I need out of it. One of the things that his presidency has done and will do is really change the way that presidential powers are approached and utilized from now on. Because just like you said, nobody's ever going to stop making money. One of the things that Trump said, well, when Biden came in, y'all didn't like the tariffs, but he didn't rescind them.
Right. Right. Well, yeah, and the fact that as long as you get it, because it's always go back to this. It's not Trump in a sense. It's all those who enable and are complicit.
Yes.
Because if it was just Trump, again, I always say the example. If it was just Trump, he just sounded like a pantsless hobo yelling in the street. You know what I mean?
I love that joke.
Yeah, until people say, you know what, that pantsless hobo is making good sense. I'm with him. I'm with him. I'm with him. Now he's got real power, but only the power that people have given him, you know?
And see, that's what's so interesting is that, you know, the Democratic, I always have to go back to just, it's almost like they were in on the joke. Because when Trump was running for office,
which
for the first time,
right,
I grab him on the coochie.
Yeah.
So grab him on the coochie.
But the first thing coming down the steps, Mexicans are rapists. Wait, what?
How they catch us? I know they were like, how we catch a stray?
Right, and my thing is, to me, I've said this many times, but you automatically, you disqualified right out the gate.
But that's just it, right? That's what everybody thought. While everybody was snickering behind the scenes, like you said, that little train is chugging.
Right.
That momentum is growing.
Right.
Because he's the manifestation of what all these white folks have been thinking,
exactly.
but couldn't say
that's exactly
because
right.
there was this control system on the process of human engagement that isolated
Tammy.
people that spoke and thought like this.
Right.
You can think it, but you better not say it, right?
But
and so then
he stripped away all those social mores.
Then comes, I grab him on the coochie. Okay, so grab him on the coochie.
Then you're thinking, I'm thinking, okay, now he's done.
This is over.
Yeah.
But again, I don't blame him. I blame the Democratic Party. There is a video, a actual video of Trump being asked, would you ever run for president? No, I don't think so. If I ever ran for president, now he's been a Democrat all his life.
Right.
If I ever ran for president, I would run as a Republican. Why, Mr. Trump? Because they're dumb. They'll believe anything.
Yeah.
Why wasn't that the only commercial that they ran? That should have been the only commercial run. $50 million on my phone. I should have seen that commercial.
Yeah.
This is what this man thinks of you. Even on 250-year celebration, me and my husband was out of town, and I was watching all the different channels. And by the time I turned back, he was on stage, and he was like, this guy, you know, he was in Iwo Jima, and this guy was in Korea, and this guy was blah, 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 blah. And I was like, and they all standing there, and they saluting him, and saluting the flag, and this is Lincoln's flag, and this is blah, blah, blah. I was like, y'all missed the memo where he called y'all suckers? He wouldn't even go to the memorial because he said, y'all a bunch of suckers.
Right, suckers and losers.
Suckers and losers. Yeah. I'm like, you know, do they have ears? Do they think he was, what do they tell themselves?
Exactly. That's, like you said, how many things, nobody, just now, lately, and I think that's only because purportedly, supposedly, and the fact that he's due to be out of, this is supposed to be his last term. So I think now people are starting to push back incrementally.
You saw he said third term in his speech.
Yeah. Which, and I believe there are people, I know there are people that certainly would try to help him achieve that. But,
absolutely,
like you said, where were the people initially to call him on everything that you said?
They thought it was a joke.
But, but
nobody believed it. Nobody believed it. And I said, he's going to win. Tammy, you're crazy. I told you. I said, he's going to win. They're like, y'all really misunderstand the amount of racism
and
that is
sexism
out here and sexism
because that was
is
another
out
thing.
here.
Because everybody talked about Hillary and how she was such a terrible candidate because this and because that. But to me, the bottom line is because she was a woman. Like
That's all it was.
I always give this example. Like people always manage to find whatever the flaw is the woman has, and then that becomes the preeminent reason why she is not why she won't win. It's the sexism, just like with Kamala, where it was the laugh, it was the whatever it is. It's because she's a woman. Just be straight up with it.
When
like
every other civilized nation
right
has had a woman, as a prime minister, as a president, as a leader,
right.
Everywhere,
right.
And
Except,
it's just something about this repressive, patriarchal society, and all of the women. I think that was the most disappointing thing.
Right.
Right. When there's this woman, I saw this woman with a T-shirt on that says "Don't trust white women." She was at some black event. Don't trust white women.
Was she a black woman? White
she was
woman?
black.
Oh, uh-huh.
And when we looked at the numbers,
Don't trust white.
and when you looked at the numbers,
she was right
that night. The exit polls and how women overwhelmingly did not vote for
Kamala.
No, for
Hillary. Yeah.
And that really fascinated me because I was like, wait a minute. You got your feminist, suffragette, women power, abortion, and blah, 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 blah. And it was all said and done in the dark of that booth. Mm-hmm. You couldn't even vote for yourself. You couldn't vote for yourself.
Predominantly white women, though, right?
Yes,
right.
Black women voted for her overwhelmingly.
Because most, the hot sauce. But I would say because the predominant number of those white women.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Bless her heart.
Yeah, she tried.
But we still voted for her. Yeah. We still voted for her. And that must have been so disappointing because I'm sorry.
No, I just want to say, addressing your point, is that most of those white women, if they were married and were married to men, they were most likely married to white men who voted for Trump. So I think it was a thing of maybe I would like to believe that I would vote for Hillary, or I would like to lead you to believe that, but in my house, I got to maintain peace because I'm living with a cat that if I don't vote for Trump, then I'm gonna
be... but that's bullshit. You can go home and tell him you did anything. You in the booth by yourself.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the thing.
Unless Hillary won, because then he's coming to you. Did you vote for?
Be like, no. But see, that's the thing, right?
Right.
You can say anything.
Right.
But the bottom line is that in that booth, it's just you by yourself. Mm-hmm. And it was just you by yourself, like nobody could see or hold you accountable. You still don't care about women. You still don't care about yourself. This is a self-loathing. This don't have nothing to do with nobody else.
It was even more egregious and more clear during Kamala's campaign. Because remember, they had these white women that came out and said, no, I forget the woman's name, but she was white, who said, we were the reason Trump is in office. We're not going to let that happen again. It was a thing called White Women for Kamala, whatever it was.
Yep.
They were the first ones to start that online campaign, remember?
Black women was first.
No. There was these white women was first.
I say black women was first.
No.
Crack team.
Yeah. It was a white woman that said, we're going to...
And then it was white men.
Yeah, but right. This white woman started this first. But anyway, even with that, after the election, it's white women still voted for Trump in
overwhelming numbers.
Yeah. It's like, man, well, you all are goners. You all
and since then, you done lost your abortion.
Right.
You done lost your, and frankly, that's not true because it's broke people that lost their abortion. Because anybody with money could get on a plane and fly to Illinois and get an abortion.
Right.
And, it's just all so performative.
Right.
Yeah.
How's this if I pull this back like that? Is that cool?
You think you look like all slick and pimped
tell
out.
You
know
what
your
problem is.
Bitches. Well, I call you bitches because I don't know your names individually. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, I'd be reincarnated as a pimp. You know that, right?
Reincarnated? My girl, you doing
Of course.
You doing quite fine as a pimp in this lifetime.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is not representative of the way that I conduct myself or live my life. Thank you very much. And good night.
But yeah. No, man. So this election coming up is so crucial and consequential. And we're gonna talk about other stuff as well. I know you got. First, we're gonna talk about your top.
Isn't this? He thought I was being a little too colorful, ladies and gentlemen. I got this on TikTok.
Isn't
this great? You can get everything on there. What did I got? I got me some lipstick. I got me
some greens.
I got me a whole iPad, y'all. I got me a whole iPad for $120.
Really?
Yes.
Is it one of those things where I see advertising?
It's what you call refurbished. What's it called? Refurbished. That means somebody else had it and now I got it.
I used to get that with back in the day. I used to get refurbished. Do you remember what was that called? The compact disc. Do you remember those compact
CD
disc recorders?
players?
No, it was called a compact disc recorder. I used to record my shows on it.
I remember that.
Remember that?
Yes, I do. I do.
I had a refurbished compact disc.
I actually bought a compact disc player.
Recently?
I bought it off the TikTok. I'm telling you, they got everything. I bought it for my husband.
Really?
Because he's a lawyer and he has all of these files and stuff, and some of the files are on these old discs. And so what you can do is put it in this player, and then it'll reboot it and turn it into what you can use now on your computer. You know.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Okay.
You can get anything. I even got some ant spray. I got this ant. I think I have a problem, ladies and gentlemen. Does anybody have a phone number for a self-help group that's addicted to TikTok? I think I may be addicted to TikTok.
You send us videos all the time. But here's the thing. Lately, I haven't been able to see your videos, the TikTok video, because I have to agree. They got a new agreement, for TikTok, and I have not agreed to it because people had some issues.
What is he talking about? I don't know
what I'm
anything
talking
about this.
No, I don't know. But tell us about this agreement.
Yeah. TikTok was trying to get
Big Brother.
I'm gonna tell you something. Oh, if you send me, I'll show it to you. When you send it to me, that you have to, whatever the agreement is, you have to press I agree. I have not agreed. What? Because there was don't you remember it was like a few months ago, TikTok consenting to, again, Trump's demands. They changed the criteria for membership, and they asked you to give them permission to be more invasive about your information. That was the whole thing. So that's why they changed the agreement. Yeah. And now when people send me TikTok videos, first comes up, you have to consent to the new agreement.
Dwayne Kennedy, this means you.
I'm telling you.
Give us all your 12 pictures of cats that are on your phone.
I'm telling you, niggas, that
you the only nigga on earth that's not on TikTok. Now, mind you, it sounds like a decision of principle. And because I got off of
and I ain't got many principles left, my girl. I'm down to 2 principles.
Well, that's